Cunny, cunny, ooh, cunny, 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 sexual fee! Okay, now that all the weirdos are away and my obligated gatekeeping is finished, all the real ones are here. You know who you are. The real NWA type shit. The anime fans, the nerds, the outcasts, the weirdos. You look at this and go, hell yeah. When you were younger, you played Dragon Ball and Power Rangers with your friends, striking poses and waking up early Saturdays to go on obscure TV channels to make sure you catch up on your favorite show as a kid. When you grew up and all your friends no longer watched the same cartoons as you, played the same games as you, it's not like they didn't like you or your interests, they've just moved on. That's fine, you just discovered Sergeant Frog in Future Diary. When you went to your normie school and noticed around you that you couldn't relate to your classmates. Not like you didn't like them or that they didn't like you, it's just that there was a disconnect that you couldn't quite explain. You were just a bit too weird for them to fully understand. That's fine, you just discovered Toradora and Angel Beats. When you left home to go to work, go to college, you were always just slightly apart, slightly cringy, slightly too autistic, too stupid for everyone, more or less. You still watched those same Mongolian basket weaving cartoons. You may even still be friends with those same guys who don't fully understand you, you think. And now you're here. Where did you go wrong, you fucking weeaboo? Blue Archive is a game that takes place in J-Rags and Kapistan, except instead of giant megacorporations owning everything, it's schools. The megacorps are still trying to take control of shit, though don't worry about it, they're just defeated by God's strongest soldier, a teenage girl with a gun. Yeah, I'd be scared too. Welcome to Abydos, a big populated city full of angels, demons, dogs, robots? The Power Rangers? You play as Sensei, the only person with a dick in the whole city, which means you are a prime target and kind of belong to everyone. Because if not, well, look, Demon Germany and Catholic Britain already want to kill each other. Please don't give them any more reason, okay? Just because these girls are immune to bullets does not mean that they won't shoot each other. In fact, they love shooting at one another. Please stop them. They are going to get hurt. But just because your students are immune to bullets does not mean that you are, so try not to get shot. Blue Archive is a game I really like. It's very good. In fact, go play it right now. Actually, this video is dumb and very long and will spoil a lot, so just go ahead, turn it off, go download it on BlueStacks or whatever your... I like to play mobile games on my computer of choice. There's another one, that I forgot what it's called, and if you came here for an honest, objective, unbiased, and fair review of the infamous gacha game that always seems to show up on your Twitter, full of weirdos who constantly go, "Oh, kani sex," then fuck off. So you might as well call me a cocksucker the way I'm about to suck off this Korean game.
Blue Archive.
Alright, that's it. No more memes. This is now a meme-free zone. It's time to get serious. It's time to get real. It's time to get into the nitty-gritty of the... Whoa, 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 hold up. Whoa, whoa, not that serious. Whoa, chill, yo. Ooh, chill. Not that serious. Not yet. Not yet. Wait, like, a few hours. Now, why would you even play this game? Gacha games are everywhere. They're prevalent and not fun. Story, pff, everyone says their gacha game has a great story. Music, pff, everyone says their game has the best music. Rise up! Waifus, pfft, everyone says their gacha game has the... Holy glory to the Gourmet Club, they did nothing wrong. I love her. The reason to play Blue Archive is simple. It means it. It's earnest and sincere. Yeah, that's the lead dev. Get yourself a lead dev who proudly and unironically licks the feet of his own creation without a hint of shame. There's no hint of irony or cynicism in Blue Archive. It's a game for weebs by weebs. Like I stated earlier, Abydos is a massive city with a school in each of its districts. The schools are so powerful they basically run and control that district. It might even be easier to think of the schools as whole countries than just a normal anime school. And you have Trinity, Catholic Britain with angels and nun girls, and did nothing wrong. Their eternal rival, Gehenna, the funny demon Germany school full of war criminals and demons, and did more nothing wrong. Millennium, an actually normal school. Abydos has 5 students. School not appearing in this video because this is only up to volume F and it's the arc after volume F, so instead I just read some funny events about ninjas. Soviet Russia, just the police. Actually, just the police. And some homeless kids. Wait, I feel like I'm forgetting a school. And once upon a time, there was the UN, or the General Student Council, who had a president and everything was fine. For once, there was peace in this mega massive city that canonically takes months to ride your bike from one end to another, and everything was fine and dandy, and then she's disappeared. Now the 7 prisoners have escaped, the shell building got taken over by a fox, Trinity and Gehenna still hate each other, Abydos is being bought out by a mega corporation being full of desert and sand, the school of highly trained specialization super cops just got shot down, and now they're homeless, and Millennium is... rabbits? Being rabbits and saving Blue Archive from end of service? And the General Student Council can't do shit because they're getting harassed by the news. Everyone's worst fear, being harassed by the news. And that's where you come in after being given an iPad by someone. It'll be up to you after taking back your home from a crazy fox and saying hi to your new AI daughter. It'll be up to you to be a teacher and do teacher things, like not actually teaching any subjects like math or science, but instead life lessons, encouraging your students to follow their dreams and teaching them to not sign contracts with whatever the fuck this guy is. Music! This game has a lot of it. Too much, even. So unlike a certain other video, I won't be playing a bunch of tracks side by side again. Instead, let me put my big brain cap on. The soundtrack is primarily consistent of happy, upbeat songs as if to remind you to have fun. And that it's just a silly little game with cute girls. Make sure to not take itself too seriously. Like the very iconic Unwelcome School. If it's so iconic, why is there no Welcome School? There's 2 sides of the Blue Archive OST. The fun, happy, carefree music, slice of life, yay, I'm having fun with my friends music. And Payday 2. Alright, enough dilly-dallying, time to get to the real meat of this shit. Talking about music that's for nerds. Introducing a topic, lame, gay, cringe, setting up the world for cowards. It's time to cry about the meaning of friendship and being a better person and role model to those around you like a real man. So once again, what the fuck is going on here? Like I said earlier, you play as Sensei. Or actually, it's a bit, it should be, it's more like I should say you are Sensei. An otaku nerd, a bit of a weirdo, and frankly way in over his head at this new teaching job. I think Blue Archive actually counts as an isekai. So, you are so much so over your head, you are about to pass out in a goddamn desert, if not for this random wolf girl coming to save your life. The girl introduces herself as Shiroko. She's a little strange and a little aloof, but she really likes her bike. And she helps you by giving you an energy drink and offering to help you get through the rest of the way to the school. To which, like a normal person, you ask this girl for a piggyback ride and says she smells good despite being sweaty. Sensei is very weird. Sensei is our boy. Remember this, Sensei is very weird and he is our boy. This will come up later. Shoko carries your pathetic ass all the way to the school, to which everyone there thinks you're both kind of weird, which to be fair is very understandable. Why the hell are you even here in this rundown school? It's full of sand. Well, it's simple. One of the students sent you a letter asking for your help. You see, Abydos is a bit of a tight spot. Once a prestigious school in one of the largest academies in all of Abydos, but due to climate change of all things and desertification, it started falling apart. So now a lot of the students have left, and Abydos is kind of in a huge amount of debt that the 5 remaining students are struggling to pay off. On top of all that, the local gangs assault the school almost every day. Luckily, the gangs are kinda dumb and easily beaten back. After saving the day, let's meet the foreclosure task force. Of course, there's Shiroko, but we already met her. She's a wolf. There's also Sarika, a tsundere cat girl who's always working part-time jobs and just kind of a hard worker in general. Of course, she has pigtails. She's just happens. Just born with them. Nonami is a mysteriously very rich One-san type that goes ara ara and like pats your head and you sit in her lap and shit. Ayane is the responsible one of the group who tries to keep everything together, but she will eventually snap if you piss her off too much. And the eldest, and I guess by default leader of the foreclosure task force, is Hoshino, a very lazy girl who all she does is sleep all day and complain about being old. Very relatable, despite only being a senior in high school. Not relatable. Don't ask why she's suspiciously one of the most powerful students in the entire city. All of these are, as you can probably tell, all these characters are very tropey. Tropes that you and I have seen before in many slice of life anime and many other things. The aloof girl, the tsundere, the one-san, megane, and so on. But it never comes off as annoying. Instead, it's almost endearing. It's like a celebration. It's like Blue Archive is trying to celebrate these tropes any anime fan would have long come accustomed to and seen 1,000 times before. Instead of subverting or giving these tropey characters a new spin, Blue Archive allows them to play out as they shall and give the characters depths in other ways. We learn their likes and dislikes, the different attitudes for different characters. There's backstories and what they do in their free time. And this is without going into their Momotalks, the primary way of getting a deeper understanding of the characters. No, instead Blue Archive reminds you why these tropes exist, and just how fun they can be when well written and simply allowed to bounce off one another. I won't be going into as much detail as every character just now, just the ones I like. The foreclosure task force quickly becomes like a home. It's already been a home to these girls for a long time before you showed up, but you very quickly become accustomed to their antics and shenanigans and are accepted as one of their own. Well, almost everyone accepts you as their own. Sarika is a bit more hesitant and frustrated that no one has come to their help before. So why should they suddenly trust and rely on some outsider adult that came out of nowhere? It's not our job to fix all their issues, and they're doing just fine, kinda. And besides, no one has ever actually cared enough to ask about their situation before, or even try to help. And I mean, technically, the letter Ayane wrote only said to bring ammo and supplies. So we've already done our job. We could just go home. But something about that's not right. Now is it? Sensei is a very stubborn character and helps regardless. Or, well, I should say you help regardless, I mean. Days go on by and Sarika still doesn't like us. So fuck it, why not just stalk her? That's a good idea. Remember, if a girl doesn't like you, stalk her and follow her to her place of work. Works every time, 100% of the time. It works. I can't remember how that goes, fuck. We're able to stalk her all the way to her part-time job, and fuck it, why not just bring all of her classmates too just to embarrass her? Yeah! But despite Sarika's frustrations, the get-together at the ramen shop quickly becomes an important memory, getting a CG and everything. And this place becomes the club's go-to spot to hang out and eat, much to Sarika's annoyance. So, all's well that ends well, except for the fact you had to pay for it all. Oh, and Sarika gets fucking kidnapped by the same gang from earlier using a Flak 41. What the fuck? How do the gang members have an anti-aircraft gun? Luckily, anime girls are immune to bullets, and she just passes out. The team very quickly hatches together a plan to save Sarika. So quick. In fact, Sarika doesn't even have time to be sad about being kidnapped. Not even enough time to worry about having her friends think she left her like everyone else. So we come to the rescue, of course. We always do, and always will. How the fuck do these high school dropouts have a tank? But we did it! We've earned the trust of Sarika, and things can finally go back to normal. In the dark, high-rise tower, a mysterious CEO is frustrated by his lack of success in removing Abydos. Apparently, even with the tank he supplied those gangs, they couldn't even do it. Such bullshit. So he calls upon darker, more lethal forces. Yes, the most feared criminals in all of Abydos. The Problem Solvers at 68. The Problem Solvers are a feared group of outlaws and criminals, led by the notorious boss Aru, and with her is the feared Murasaki, the frightening Kayoko, and the temperamental Haruka. Together, they do the crime if you got the dime. Yeah, no, the Problem Solvers are complete jokes, and I love them, actually. Aru comes off as cool and terrifying mob boss, but she's secretly panicking at just about everything. Murasaki might actually be a war criminal, though, on top of being a brat. Kayoko's pretty normal. She just likes cats and acts as the straight man, and Haruka has problems. You can't fix her. But yeah, there are a bunch of broke clowns who like to hang out with Aru. They should probably go back to school. Meanwhile, the Foreclosure Task Force is coming up with great plans to pay back their debt, like kidnapping a bus full of children and robbing a bank. What? Shogo, in fact, is very passionate about robbing banks, so much so she's already made masks for everyone and kind of planned the whole thing out already. She might have played a little too much Payday. This is kind of what I was hinting at when I suggested she was aloof. Because up until now, she's pretty normal. Until it's revealed she's a cold-hearted criminal wannabe. Really weird trait. She just loves robbing banks. Shenanigans ensue with the Problem Solvers attacking the Foreclosure Task Force once or twice in an epic blood feud rivalry. The Problem Solvers even blow up the fucking ramen shop. No! And they all immediately become friends, much to Aru's dismay of wanting to be a real villain. Immediately might be a bit of an exaggeration. They do fight a lot. It just kind of so happens when getting shot at is an inconvenience and goes ouchie. It's really easy to let bygones be bygones. Yeah, sorry, this is anime hijinks land. If you want, like, serious drama, don't worry about it. We have fun here. This is Funland. Shiroko even gets her wish of robbing a bank. What? Yeah, so the team decided to rob one of the banks connected to Kaiser Corporation, an infamous mega corporation where it's all but an open secret that they deal with the black market. And after a quick trip to the black market to look for Pororo merch, I don't know, they also ran into this completely normal girl from Trinity, Hifumi. She's actually pretty normal. She just likes this duck thing and gets wrapped up in dumb shit a lot. So the anime Payday gang robbed the evil Kaiser Bank. Shiroko made masks for everyone. And they all use code names and become the Masked Swimsuit Gang. Nonami made up the name. And Hifumi, who has to wear a paper bag because she got wrapped up on all this, and Shiroko didn't have enough time to make her a mask like everyone else, suddenly becomes their super evil supreme leader, Faust. I promise this is all important. Bear with me. So after robbing the evil Germany bank and striking infamy and fear into this poor robot clerk guy, they make their epic getaway with the money and, more importantly, documents about Kaiser Corporation dealing with the local gangs to harass Abydos and Kaiser Corp, and their whole, like, wanting to take over the whole district thing. With this knowledge of a greater conspiracy, they throw away all the money. What? The important thing is another fun memory is added to the books. But all these shenanigans and dumb bullshit, especially blowing up a ramen store for no reason, catches the attention of a much bigger school. An actual threat, not the very silly Saturday morning cartoon villains that are the problem solvers, no. But it is the Gehenna Prefect team. An actual threat. Never mind the fact they're just here to scold the problem solvers for being delinquents. But that's fucking bullshit! The problem solvers are our friend nuisances, so they can go fuck themselves. They are our pain in the asses, not them. The prefect team is made up of Chinatsu, she's German, and the healer lady. Akko is scary, she yells really loudly. But she is also domination lost the characters. So Ayori is brown and she has feet. This is important. And the leader is probably one of the most powerful students in the entire city, Hina, who is also Nexon's favorite girl. Luckily, a little fighting is just how you make friends in Abydos, as we've learned at this point, so all's well that ends well. Things go back to normal after the utter chaos that was everything. Or at least as normal as you can get when chaos has kind of just become the normal. But the hijinks are endearing. It shows the characters at their best and allows us to see many sides of the characters. And while, yes, we do have a large cast of characters now, everyone has their moment for even a little bit. A genius thing that Blue Archive does is that no character is alone for the most part. They're a part of their own friend group and they can be introduced alongside, and you get to see them bounce off one another, letting you see not just one character, but everyone in their element. With plenty of personality and characters, you're able to imagine just about how any character in the game would react to a situation. There's a reason why people get so attached to them and eventually want the best for them. And at this point, the Foreclosure Task Force, the first group we meet, have really come to feel like a family, who bicker and tease one another, but are also genuine friends who have each other's backs and are able to take on the world together. Except for the fact that there are sinister people out there. Realization slowly dawns that the debt will never be paid off. It's simply impossible. But Hoshino is given an offer. The impossible debt Abydos has hanging over their friends will be completely forgiven if all she does is join the Kaiser Corporation. An offer too good to be true, surely, but she takes it anyway, leaving a note for the rest of the gang that if anything were to happen, to not be afraid to break her halo. The only actual way to kill a student. But that's fucking bullshit! Somewhere in Abydos is a normal-seeming office building. We march inside and confront the mysterious benefactor of Kaiser, the real mastermind of all of this, and the apparent blatant exploitation of not only Abydos, but of the students, of course Hoshino, Black Suit of Gematria, who happily admits that he and his group will use the suffering of others as stepping stones so long as it is to their benefit. He even has the gall to say that he's interested in us, in Sensei. He can't help to see us as kindred spirits who wishes for us to join his merry band of weirdos and psychopaths, to which there is no option to even think about joining. Those with power exploit those without. Those with knowledge exploit those without. Imagine providing water to someone dying of thirst in a desert. Would it not be fair to expect that person to repay you with their life? Every adult knows this to be true, isn't that right? Black Suit's second offer is simple. Give up on Hoshino. Walk away from Abydos and everything will be fine. Kaiser Corp will leave them alone and the students can go back to their school activities, living it out to the best of their abilities. That is what Hoshino wanted, after all. Black Suit even says he doesn't want to kill or hurt us in any way, shape, or form. The opposite, actually. He wants us to live our life, take care of our responsibility. Any one of these matters much, much more than the struggles of some children. But that's fucking stupid. And selfish, frankly. We have no other reason to help those students other than it's the right thing to do. An adult is someone who takes responsibility, after all. We do what we do because it's simply the right thing to do. No other reason is needed. with that, we tell Black Suit to go fuck himself. Besides, he wouldn't get it anyway. We informed the many friends we made through our shenanigans about the situation. One of our friends, a member of our club of Abydos, member of our family, was taken from us. The foreclosure task force is no longer whole. It's not the same, not right. So we ask the problem solvers. We even go as so far as licking Iori's seat to get the prefect team to help. What? Sensei, what the fuck? With everyone's help, we're able to storm the Kaiser compound, beat back the defenses, and set Kaiser's operations here in Abydos back for the time being. But most importantly, we save our friend, who's only here because she made a selfish decision out of love. But none of that matters now. She's home. With the lives of our students changed forever, for the better, we stepped in when no one else would. Found a home and belong in the foreclosure task force. Met wild characters like Aru and the problem solvers. Accidentally made a permanent black stain on a normal girl Hifumi's record by making her a hardened bank robber. Oops. Got to meet Hino, one of the most powerful students in Kvodos, and earn her trust and friendship. Set back the Kaiser Corporation and told Black Suit to go fuck himself. Most importantly, we helped Nonomi, Soraka, Ayame, Shiriko, and Hoshino. Sounds like we did a pretty good job.